Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over all of the preseason stats so far, every goal scored, every assist claimed, all the minutes that have been played for the majority of the players that you're going to be thinking about bringing into your Game Week 1 team. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, this website here on the actual FPL page has every single player stat so far in terms of minutes, goals, assists for every single team. So this is very, very nice to use to kind of get a little bit of an idea of what players are kind of starting more games, what players are doing well preseason. So if there are a little bit of a gap in your team and you're wondering what 4.5 mil goalkeeper to bring in or what kind of 4.5 mil midfielder or defender or something like that, this is a really good kind of like judge on what players are doing well and what players aren't doing so well in terms of like minutes and stuff like that. So we're going to start off with Arsenal. We're going to go for every single team today because, you know, every team is in the Premier League and you're going to want to know all the different stats and stuff for the different players. So starting off with Arsenal, obviously the 4 mil goalkeeper is going to be playing because Ray is, you know, not currently there. But the main players that you're going to be taking a look at are obviously your defenders and your midfielders and your strikers from Arsenal in terms of the more kind of pricey players. So obviously Ben White, 6.5 mil, he's played a lot of minutes so far. You're going to expect him to play anyway. He's not got any goals or assists yet. Odegaard's picked up an assist. Reece Nelson also picked up an assist, played quite a few minutes so far. There's the other thing to kind of think about though is that a lot of players are still obviously away for like the Olympics, or if they obviously got quite far in the Euros, then obviously they're not going to be back. You know, English players, Spanish players aren't going to be back yet, so they're going to have not played many minutes. So take that into account because obviously they will play instead of certain players on these lists and stuff. But you can kind of get a good idea regardless. Jesus at 7 mil, he's played 236 minutes so far, picked up a goal and an assist, so could be quite decent because obviously Havertz is back now, and I think that when Jesus kind of has been like playing up front, Havertz has actually pushed back a little bit, so that might be something to think about. And other players that are kind of note really are, I guess, Vieira, who's obviously been playing a few minutes, picked up a goal. Nketiah picked up an assist, only played 154 minutes though. Havertz, again, Martinelli, these players that have not played many minutes, that's just not because they've not been there, but they have all scored. Smith Rowe also scored, but obviously he's playing for Fulham now. Saka obviously 0 minutes because he's not there. Rice, Ramsdale, Raya, etc. All these players are just obviously going to be off at the Olympics or because of the Euros and stuff like that. So that's Arsenal. So the main kind of talking point from Arsenal is that Jesus is getting a lot of minutes and he's actually had a decent preseason so far as well. Obviously there's still preseason games to play. This is just kind of at the point right now, this is the sort of stats and stuff like that. So that's Arsenal. Moving on to Villa, Morgan Rogers is obviously the big talking point. Played a lot of minutes. Villa haven't had the best preseason. You know, they have lost quite a few games, and I think they actually play later on today as well. But yeah, Morgan Rogers for 5 mil. Is he going to get more minutes now because Douglas Luiz is gone, or is he just playing because, you know, it's preseason, he just wants some movement? You don't really know. But 3 goals and an assist, been playing really well. He's only 5 mil. Leon Bailey as well, who's 6.5 mil, which again isn't really a 6.5 mil midfielder that a lot of people have been talking about. He's picked up a goal and assist, played a lot of minutes as well. Pau Torres has been playing a lot. He's only 4.5 mil. Obviously, Konza's not going to be playing many minutes just simply because he was obviously off with Euros. But interesting that Torres is getting quite a few minutes. He's obviously only a 4.5 mil defender. Barkley picking up an assist as well. He's getting quite a few minutes, obviously just transferred there. Archer picking up 2 goals as well. Again, when Watkins is back, he'll be the majority of the minutes will be going to him. But because of Champions League football and stuff, could always see Archer getting a few more minutes in the league. He is 5 mil though, and I feel like for an extra 0.5, you'd rather bring in like João Pedro or somebody like that instead. Matty Cash picking up a lot of minutes as well, which is also quite interesting. Who else has picked up an assist here? Junior as well. And yeah, I mean, like I say, Villa haven't had the greatest preseason, and there isn't really any like massive kind of anomalies here apart from obviously Rogers playing really well for only 5 mil. Moving on for Bournemouth, again, nothing crazy here, just your normal players that you'd be picking up your normal minutes and stuff. Senesi has also scored, Cook has also scored, and yeah, nothing really in massive detail about Bournemouth. The main teams that you're going to really want to be looking at obviously are the players from the big teams like Liverpool, your Arsenals, your Cities and stuff like that. So I won't spend a lot of time on players from like Bournemouth and Brentford and stuff like that. Just kind of going over certain defenders, like say Adam Smith, he's only 4.5, he's played quite a few minutes. Kirkes is obviously playing a lot of minutes, 4.5 mil. Moving on to Brentford, Wissa scored a goal, and Mbumo scored 2. and Shard has also scored 2 as well. Obviously, Tony's going to be away from with the Euros, but I think Mbeumo is still going to be a decent option this year. 7 mil, especially if Tony leaves. I feel like if Tony goes, then yeah, Mbeumo's probably going to be on penalties again, and he's going to be a solid option 100%. 2 goals as well in 45 minutes, which is interesting for Thiago. So maybe something is going to be popping up there. Moving on to Brighton. Jason Steele has played the most minutes for the Seagulls, but at the same time, I don't think Brighton's fixtures are the best, really. There's much better 4.5 mil goalkeepers out there. Veltman playing a lot of minutes as well, and yeah, a lot of goals kind of being shared around for Brighton players. Matoma not getting a ton of minutes, but yeah, I think Minter could definitely be a bit of an option. Only 5.5 mil as well. Only played 164 minutes, but scored 2 goals and got an assist. So that is another player that a lot of people are kind of thinking about, especially because it's a midfielder that, you know, for 5.5 mil, I think the best options are probably him, and then maybe Hudson-Odoi as well, 5.5 mil from Forest. And obviously, if you wanted to go a bit cheaper, you go Rodgers. But again, you don't really know what the minutes are going to be like on players like that. Moving on to Chelsea. And yeah, Nkunku's had a really, really good preseason. 3 goals and assists. He's played 308 minutes as well. Lavia getting 2 assists. Robert Sanchez has played the most minutes still. And their new signing was actually on the bench against City. So does that mean that Sanchez is actually going to be the number 1? Who knows? Reece James picking up a lot of minutes as well. No injuries at the moment. Madueke with the 2 goals and an assist. Gusto getting a lot of minutes as well. And that's with, obviously, Reece James being back. So I know that, I mean, Gusto's 5 mil, so I probably wouldn't spend that much on him, especially for the Chelsea defence, when you can just bring in somebody that's a bit cheaper, like a Sanchez. If he is the number 1, it's obviously just 0.5. Colwell getting a few minutes as well, 214. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kind of still like umming and ahhing about the Chelsea line and who's going to be playing and stuff like that, but is what it is. For Palace, Klein getting the most minutes so far, so that could be a bit of an option really for Palace. There's a lot of goals being all over the place. Schlupp going a little bit under the radar. Only played 222 minutes, but picked up 3 goals and an assist. Ayew picking up 2 goals and 2 assists. Obviously, when Mateta's back, is he going to be back for game week 1? Who knows? Edouard as well for 2 goals and 2 assists. Mitchell also picking up a goal as well. So, yeah, I mean, with Palace, your main options are obviously going to be like a lot of people are going to be going for Eze and stuff and your Andersons and stuff. But I think Klein could also be a decent option. He has played 315 minutes so far. But we'll obviously see what happens with that, especially if Gueye goes as well. If he does go to Newcastle, which looks very, very promising, then yeah, I think the Palace defenders, I think players like Klein might actually become a little bit better of an option. For Everton, nothing crazy really. I don't think many people are going to go to too many Everton players, barring obviously Mikolenko. Mikolenko has only played 45 minutes so far though, but yeah, nothing really to be too worried about because you know he's going to be playing when the actual season starts. Moving on to Fulham, obviously have just signed Smith Rowe, so he could be a little bit of an option. They haven't played a ton of preseason, to be fair though. Iwobi picking up a goal, Robinson picking up 2 assists. Nothing crazy really. I don't think many people are going to be. I mean, I guess Castagna might be a bit of an option as well. He's only played 82 minutes, but like I say, the preseason games for Fulham have been very, very little. Ipswich also something to take a look at really, because obviously Ben Johnson 4 mil, he's played 215 minutes. He did go there to get a lot more football, so that's definitely a decent option in my opinion. I think if you're going to bring in an Ipswich player, it is going to just be Johnson, because like I say, he's only 4 mil. And then yeah, Chaplin picking up an assist, goals for Morsey, Taylor and Harness as well. Wes Burns also picking up an assist, but as I say, I think from Ipswich, Johnson's probably your best option. Also for the Leicester players, James Justin picking up 274 minutes and also picking up 2 assists as well, so it could be a nice option for Leicester. Harry Winks also picking up 272 minutes as well. He's only 4.5 mil, so two cheap options there for defense and midfield, but picking up a lot of minutes and stuff like that. For in terms of other players from Leicester, I don't think there's really anybody else you're going to be looking at. I think it's mainly going to be kind of your cheap options as well. Like indeed he's 5 mil, but I'd probably just go Winks instead because he's obviously 4.5, and they're just going to be bench fodder anyway. Moving on to Liverpool, Elliott getting a lot of minutes. He's had 2 assists. Carvalho obviously had 2 goals as well. Salah picking up a goal and 2 assists, obviously having a pretty strong pre-season. Tsimikas picking up a goal as well. He is 5 mil plus. I think he's just playing so much at the moment because Robertson's still injured, so I wouldn't really go too much into detail about that. Conor Bradley, if he was cheaper, he'd definitely be an option that I'd look at. Obviously, he's getting minutes because Trent's not there, but at the same time, I think even if Trent is back, I think I'd probably prefer Bradley at right back and obviously Trent pushing a bit further up. Szoboszlai also picking up a goal, 6.5, 106 minutes so far. Jota also picking up 2 assists. He's only played 110 minutes. And then obviously a lot of the other Liverpool players like your Gakpos, your Diaz's, your Darwin Núñez's, Trent, stuff like that. They haven't obviously played. Going into City, Oscar Bob looking very, very good pre-season. Only 5 mil. 325 minutes, getting a lot of minutes under his belt, picking up 2 goals and 3 assists. So could be very, very interesting as an option if you are trying to get a cheap player in. Obviously, with Alvarez most likely now going to Atletico Madrid, does that now help Oscar Bob's kind of minutes and stuff? I mean, again, it's for pre-season. A lot of players aren't there, but he's played the most out of any other City player, and he's been playing really well. So definitely something to take note of. Grealish picking up 300 minutes as well. He's only 6.5 mil this season, picking up a goal, so could also be a bit of an option. And of course, Haaland picking up 5 goals. We all know what he can do. Gvardiol only playing 165 minutes, but picking up an assist, so could be carrying on what he did last season. And then, yeah, the majority of the City players obviously haven't played, which again could be why Oscar Bob's getting so many minutes, but you never know. From Man United, Casemiro picking up 287 minutes and picking up a goal. Again, a lot of United players will be away as well, like Bruno Fernandes, Garnacho, players like that, Kobbie Mainoo. But at the same time, Mount getting a few more minutes, picking up an assist. Diallo also picking up 2 goals and an assist. Rashford picking up a goal and 2 assists. 7 mil for Rashford, though. Could be a bit of a bargain this season. Yeah, we'll obviously have to wait and see for that. Newcastle obviously is an interesting one as well. Lewis Hall picking up a goal and an assist. 284 minutes under the belt as well. Really, really nice. Especially if it's one of those, like if Livramento is obviously going to be the first choice if Trips goes, then do you go Hall or Livramento? They're the same price. Hall is obviously getting a lot more minutes, 284 minutes, over 100 more minutes than Livramento. Another one that's going under the radar a bit is Jacob Murphy, 5.5 mil, 235 minutes, picked up 4 goals and 3 assists. So could be something to take a look at, especially if Gordon is going to Liverpool. Is he going to get a lot more minutes? Pope is obviously back, so he's going to be your main #1 goalkeeper. Barnes also picking up a goal and assist. Isak picking up 3 goals in pre-season. Really, really nice. In terms of defense and stuff for Newcastle, like I say, Livramento, Hall are probably going to be your 2 options if, like I say, Trippier is going. For Forest, yeah, Hudson-Odoi having a really nice preseason, only 5.5 mil, picking up a goal and 2 assists. Elanga picking up an assist. Gibbs-White playing a lot of minutes, but no goal contributions, which is a little bit worrying. He is on penalties, though, so they've always got that going for him. Sangari as well, who is a CDM. I did say in a video earlier on in the kind of a couple of weeks ago that he is getting a lot more minutes now, and he's looking a lot better, and he has scored 2 goals as well, so obviously something to think about maybe there. But again, if I was going to go for a Forest player, I would probably just maybe go for the goalkeeper, or I'd go for yeah, maybe a Hudson-Odoi for obviously 5.5. Elanga's only 5.5 as well, but I think I just prefer Hudson-Odoi's goal threat. For Southampton, again, newly promoted side. There's not really anything to, I guess, take a look at too much. I mean, 4 million defenders is kind of where you want to go with the newly promoted teams. And there's a couple as well that have been picking up a lot of minutes and a couple of goal contributions as well. Harwood Bellis is probably your main 4 mil defender from Southampton. 262 minutes picking up a goal as well. Also, Nathan Wood-Gordon also picking up 257 minutes. He's only 4 mil. They're your main options, really, that you're going to go for from Southampton. Moving on to Tottenham, Porro picking up 2 goals, 298 minutes as well. He is 5.5 mil, but having a really, really nice preseason. Kulusevski also having 290 minutes, picking up a goal and 3 assists. Son's been having a really good preseason, 3 goals and assist also on penalties. Brennan Johnson, 288 minutes as well, so a goal and an assist for him. And then also, as well as that, I think there's a few players that are obviously still away, which obviously can always play a part in these minutes and stuff like that. But they're your main options, really, that I think you're going to go for. Like Porros, your Kulusevski, your Youngman Sons, your Brennan Johnsons. James Maddison, maybe, but for 7.5 mil, there's just so many better options, in my opinion. And then finishing things off for West Ham, well, no, we have Wolves as well, but for West Ham, again, not really a team that I've seen too many people taking that much of an interest in. Fabianski, 4 mil, obviously goalkeeper, picking up a lot of minutes, but again, that's probably just because the main goalkeeper's not there. Ward-Prowse picking up 262 minutes, picking up an assist. Kudus also picking up a goal, 226 minutes. Again, nothing crazy from West Ham that you're really going to be taking a look at, because obviously Bowen's away. And then for Wolves, the goalkeeper, 4 mil, but again, self-explanatory. This is an interesting one though. 5.5 mil forward here, picking up 3 assists, 275 minutes, so that could be someone to keep an eye on. Sarabia as well, picking up 2 goals and an assist, a 5.5 mil midfielder, so another player that you kind of keep an eye on. I don't think Wolves fixtures are that good at the start of the season, but either way, He-Chan picking up a goal, and also Aït-Nouri getting quite a few minutes as well. But either way, that's all of the goals, the assists, everything like that so far for pre-season. If you guys enjoy this kind of video, I'll do another one before the season starts, because obviously it's 9 days until the season starts. So if you want another one of these, like just before the season starts, I don't mind going over it, because it's like the halfway kind of point now for all the fixtures and stuff. So interesting to see how teams are getting on, players are getting on. But let me know your thoughts on it. If you enjoyed the video, I'll do another one. If not, obviously I won't do another one. But yeah, if you enjoyed, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and until next time, peace.